Hello, Bookie Butts. My name is Mo, and today we are going to be doing your love readings for this month. I am so excited. This is our very first reading on YouTube that I will be doing, and I cannot be more excited. This month, we will be going over what the Spirit wants to say for your love life. What does Spirit feel like you need to know? What are you missing? It doesn't matter what your relationship status is, if you're in a relationship, a situationship, if you're married, if you're single, it does not matter what you are going through. We are going to talk about it today. So what I'm going to have you do is choose between one of these beautiful crystals. Choose between one of the 4 crystals that you see here, and whichever crystal that you decide to get is the crystal that is going to correspond with your reading. So the first crystal that we have here is the Amethyst crystal. If you select this one, you can just click the timestamp below. This is the number 2 crystal. So if you choose this crystal, go ahead and click the rainbow Florite crystal below. Next, we have the flower Agate. We have the flower for number 3. I cannot talk. So for number 3, we have the flower Agate crystal. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love this crystal. So if you pick number 3, go ahead and go to the timeline below for the flower agate. And for number 4, we have the green Florite crystal. I told y'all I was not that good at crystals, but it's okay. We're gonna get through it. So this is the green Florite crystal. So if you choose number 4, go ahead and click the green Florite crystal. So once you choose your crystal, go ahead and go to the timeline, and I will see you all there. Why are you still here? Go. Hello, baby boo. So if you chose the purple amethyst heart crystal, then that means you are possibly needing a little bit of calmness, a little bit of serenity in your life. Maybe there are some things that you need to let go of. There may be some things that you need to heal from. It could even potentially be just you genuinely needing a little bit of mental clarity. Maybe there's some things that are going on in your life. Maybe there's some answers that you need, and we're here for it. I'm gonna help you out with that today, but they really want you to open up your heart chakra too. So again, and not even just your heart chakra, they're really wanting you to open up that third eye, listen to your intuition, and really just like get more acquainted with your spirit team so that you can really know what's best for you and not just listen with your heart, you can listen with your mind as well. So that is what your crystal represents. Now let's go ahead and jump into your reading and let's see what Spirit is wanting to tell you for right now. So we are going to start off with a basic tarot deck here. So let's go ahead and see what it is that Spirit wants to say for you. Now I am going to go ahead and fast forward so that you can just see the cards laid out. Okay, so these are the cards that came out. We'll just go ahead and get those rearranged real quick. There, boom. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say. So, first off, we start off with strength. I want you guys to see the cards that we're going to be working with today. So with the first card that came up, we have the Strength card. And what this is telling me is that you have such a passion lit under you. It says it has the Leo sign here. So it's not to say that you're a Leo or anything like that, but this is basically saying maybe you might even potentially need a Leo in your life. But this is basically saying that you need somebody with passion, somebody that's gonna come in and love you as hard as you love them, because that is a very big thing. I'm not gonna lie. You give so much and you need somebody who's going to give to you. You're such a powerful person. You're such a courageous person. You're this person that has so much influence and you're so strong, but you need somebody that is going to be like, okay, it's okay to be soft at home. It's okay to be who you want to be with me, you know? But at the same time, Spirit is like, I think you also work very hard. If you are single, Spirit is just like, you are kind of like in this weird way. So again, this is for my single babies. If you're single, Spirit is like, I feel like you're working very hard to ignore the fact that you're single and you don't want to be single anymore. It's like, I don't want to be single anymore. I want somebody to love fiercely. I want somebody that I can give my time and my energy to be all into work right now. And I don't want that because I feel like my life is at a fucking standstill. I don't feel like everything is coming in the way that I want it to simply because I'm working so hard and I'm stable in all the other ways. But when it comes to love, I feel like I have no one. I feel like it's always me against the world and I don't really have anybody that's going to keep me grounded. And so I feel like that for my single babies, again, that's something that you're almost begging for. Now, if you're in a relationship, this could also be meaning that you're begging for something in this relationship that you're in and you're just not receiving it. So you're turning your back and you're ignoring the things that you're not getting, even though you feel like your life is stagnant. You feel like, again, I'm great in all these other ways, but when it comes to the relationship, it feels like maybe even that's like, it's teetering. It could even feel like it's teetering for you. Like, okay, it's good, but it's not the best. It's okay, but it needs work. It's almost like it could even mean that you feel like your relationship is a direct reason as to why your life isn't going the way that you want it to go. So you feel like, well, maybe if I leave this situation, maybe if I walk away from it, even though I feel like it is very fulfilling for me, they're just like, well, maybe not. Like maybe you need to leave that situation to see potentially what it is that you need to do. It's like maybe you need to look at this situation to see what it is that you truly need before you decide to just like stay here forever and be stuck. It's like just make the decision before you decide like, okay, this is supposed to fulfill all my needs and it's supposed to be great and it's supposed to be amazing. I'm just going to stick here. They're like, maybe venture out a bit. Maybe, and I hope you guys can see this, but they're just like, maybe just for a little bit, just venture out and see how you feel, you know? Now, let me get you guys a little bit more guidance on the situation. Okay. So we got a few little bits of guidance. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let me get this all tidy first, so y'all don't think I'm a mess and I'm nasty. The first card that comes up is the Phoenix. And basically what this is representing to me is that like you are going through this new phase in your life. You're going through this situation where it's like, this is a big transformation for you. And you may not quite know how this is going to work or where this is going to go or how this is going to go the way that it needs to. But Spirit is just like, you going through this transformation may mean that it's going to take for you to go through this transformation to get to the person that you actually want to be with. So if you're single looking at this is basically saying like you may have to get to the new person that you want to be before you meet the person that you want to be with. Because what if you get with somebody now and they're not the person that you need to be with for the person you're going to be later? Excuse me. Sorry, that was a little fast. But they're just like, stop worrying so much. You're going through a journey. And I know that this journey is not comfortable, but it's what's needed for you to scale the way that you want to in the best way possible, for you to reach your higher self in the best way you can. Now, this is for my in a relationship babies. Now, we talked about this a little bit when this card came up, when the 8 of Cups came up. It basically is saying like, again, I may need to pull myself away from you for just a moment so that I can yearn for you. I need to know that like if I leave, I am coming back because I genuinely love you, not because I need you. Because that's the thing that it almost feels like. It's like I'm just staying here because I put in time. I don't deserve to stay in this relationship because I put in time. I need to stay in this relationship because I love you and I love what you do for us and the person that you are. So again, it's like maybe you need to yearn this person. Maybe you need to miss this person for a little bit. I know you're going to be really scared and really upset about the fact that you are a little bit unsure about the way that this is going to go. And that's okay. That is okay. What is not okay is staying in a situation where you know that you're not happy. That's the problem. The dragonfly comes up and this says, be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapting, changing, and healing. So again, this is basically saying, like, I know that it feels like you're going through a lot right now. I know that it feels like you're stagnant and you're stuck, but in reality, you're in a what is that word? In a pupil. You're in a cocoon. Like, you're gonna break out of that. You're gonna change. You're going to what do you say? Transform. That's what that phoenix is all about. Coming out of the fire. So you are going through this transformation, which is gonna mean some separation between some things, and that's understandable. Same thing here with this axe card. Breaking up, separating, stopping patterns. That's the big thing here. And I think that's why they wanted me to pick this card up, is because they're talking about stopping these patterns. Stop putting yourself through shit that you don't even want to fucking deal with, excuse me. But they're just like, this is all stuff that you just genuinely don't want to put up with for the rest of your life, but you may be subjecting yourself to it. And they're just like, for what? For nothing. Now, with the twin flame card coming up, I do feel like you are on this path to finding your true twin flame, the person that you are truly supposed to be with, the person that is truly going to give you everything that you need, want, and desire. They're right around the corner. But you're not gonna find them if you don't start chopping stuff off, if you're not prepared for your journey, if you're not ready for these breakups and these separations of old habits and bad people and all of those things that truly do not matter anymore because you want better for yourself. So that is what I'm getting for your love life. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, you can always book a private reading through the website that's linked in the description below. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. Bye, Bookie Buds. Hello, my purple gradient Florite babies. If you are here getting your reading for this crystal, that means that there's some negative energy that you need to be absorbing. There may even be a spiritual kind of message that comes through for you during this reading. So I would definitely pay very close attention during this reading. For this reading, we are going to be talking about your love life, and I am going to skip right to the falling of the cards so that you do not have to see me shuffle until I get the amount of cards that I need. All right, my darlings. So these are the cards that fell out for you today, and this reading again is all about your love life and what Spirit wants you to know in regards to it. So first thing comes up, is there somebody special in your life that you may not want to be telling people about, that maybe you're keeping a bit of a secret even, or maybe you're just not ready to fully come out and say anything about this person? Either way, Spirit is just like, follow your heart. Like, this is a journey. You need to have fun. But at the same time, Spirit is just like, I almost feel like relationships are coming to you. So even if you're not in a relationship yet, I do feel like love is right around the corner for you. Now, at the same time, when it comes to, when we look at the Six of Pentacles upside down, this is kind of saying, though, be careful for the relationship not to become one-sided, where you are doing a lot of giving to this person, but they're not really giving enough for you. It may even be that they're like taking your time more. They're taking your energy more. They're taking more things away from you than they're giving, even though, yeah, they may give here and there. And it's not to say that they don't give it all, but it's basically saying like you may need more from this person and you feel like they're not giving it to you. This person may be slightly immature. And when I say that, it seems as though they just lack commitment. Maybe they're scared of being in a relationship with somebody fully. Maybe they're scared of being left. Maybe they are even terrified of like learning from, maybe they're just not, maybe they don't do well learning from failure. Maybe they don't do well learning from the mistakes that they make or the people that they choose. So they try to pin it on you. This is something that I would be weary about. So if you're not seeing somebody yet, this may be like the next person that comes around that you might have to set these boundaries with. But also, if you are seeing somebody now, this may currently be their energy. Also, at the same time, though, this talks about personal transition. The Six of Swords comes out here. The Six of Swords comes out here, but it comes up upside down. So this is basically saying that you are leaving something behind, you're transitioning, and you're moving on from something. So it does, and it's so funny because this actually came up for our last babies as well. So if our last babies snuck their way into our readings, get out of here. Anyway, basically what this is saying is that I almost feel like you may need to do, I'm also getting that you need to do some sort of cleanse. So I would definitely recommend that you do a cleanse of some sort as soon as possible so that you're not feeling this negative energy. And remember, we talked about you maybe needing to cleanse yourself from negative energy up here when we talked about that crystal. So I definitely recommend doing a cleanse just to bring in people that mean you well, people that are gonna, help you more in life and that are not gonna take from you so much, because I do feel like there's a lot of things and people taking from you. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and move on to the second part of your reading, and we're gonna see what Spirit wants to say for you in that aspect. And I am actually going to pull from a different deck here. We're gonna pull from the Cosmic Insight deck so that we can get you some guidance and see what Spirit has to say for your love life. Alrighty. Okay, we have a few different very crazy cards that came up here. So it could be saying that if you're seeing somebody, just be a little bit careful. Make sure that this person does not have an issue gambling or just spending money. I feel like this person may have a small issue with spending money. Maybe they're giving money away. It's funny because this card comes up. So again, it's saying like, be careful not to overgive. Be careful not to gamble with your time, gamble with your money, gamble with your energy. But also the same thing still though too. I also feel like this person may have a bit of a spending problem on their own. I don't know if that's something you're going to be able to deal with. And not that you're not able to deal with it, but that's also a thing that's there. However, on the other end, why do I feel like this person is constantly looking at you? Like they're constantly trying to figure out like, okay, what does this person have going on? What does this person have going on? What are they doing? It's almost like they're constantly like trying to see, like be in your business. They're constantly trying to see like, okay, what is this person doing? Are they okay? Why are they not talking to me? That's a lot though. And that almost comes from that insecurity that we talked about. So I would just be wary of that. Next, we do bring up the fire sign. So this could be saying that maybe you're messing with someone, or maybe somebody that is going to come into your life is an Aries, is a Leo, is a Sagittarius, but at the same time, it could also be representing that you need to put a little bit more energy and put your foot down about certain things. Like maybe you need to be more creative and be more passionate when you do it. Like it doesn't always have to be so mean and upright, like up front and, blunt, but at the same time, like I think that this is very heavy on setting boundaries with people who can come across as very passionate, very bold. So there's that. Because we do lean into, and it's funny because we lean into this narcissist card, which is basically someone who's a little bit too full of themselves. Like, okay, you can be as full of yourself as you want to, but you're not gonna be looking at me and spying on me and telling me I can't do certain stuff and telling me it's certain things that I'm not allowed to do and places I'm not allowed to go and things like that. Like keep all of that fire energy away from me, because I'm not somebody that can be told what to do. I feel like you also have your own power to you. So they're just like, no, that's not a thing. You need somebody that is going to genuinely love you for who you are and not try to change who you are. Okay. I do want to clarify. I do want to highlight doing that cleansing, because it seems like that is a very important thing here. The Spirit wants you to do on all fronts. Like literally 3 out of 4 of these cards have water. So I am getting that you need to do some sort of cleansing. If you have any questions about any types of cleansings that you should do, go ahead and comment them below and I'll try to get to as many as I possibly can. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you want a more personal or in-depth reading, book the link in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you want more of these, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, babies. Hello, my beautiful flower agate babies. So y'all chose the flower agate, which means you may be in need of some emotional healing. Maybe there's a breakup or something that you're experiencing, something that you're going through, and you just need some self-love. Honestly, you need to show yourself the love that you're wanting others to show you right now. You need to really practice empathy, not only for yourself, but honestly, yeah, just for yourself. You need to practice it seriously on you because you have so much empathy to give to others. Where's that same energy for yourself, baby girl? So where's that same energy for you, babes? And let's see what Spirit has to say for our flower agate lovely bugs. All right, so we got our 4 quarts. Let's see what our quarts say. All right, so I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer so that you can get a good look at the cards. And the cards that we are looking at right now, the first one that comes up is the 6 of Pentacles, which means that you have so much to give right now, and that is simply amazing. I'm glad that you do. It doesn't mean that you have to give it all, okay? So just because you have a little bit of water in your cup doesn't mean that you have to give the very last drop to somebody else. All right. This is not saying do not be nice, do not be kind, but I want you to start practicing kindness out of the kindness of your heart and not kindness out of the kindness of being forced to be kind. Okay. You deserve to be kind when you have it in you to be. But if your cup is not filled enough for you to do so, maybe you don't have to. Okay. And I want you to start practicing that as you go through February, because when it comes to your relationship, Spirit is basically saying, like, you are wanting love, you want affection, but honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Spirit is like, we're not even talking about your love life right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, barely are we talking about your love life, because it seems like you've gone through enough in your love life and you've constantly been waiting and waiting for somebody or something to be better, to do better. And honestly, it's just getting to a point of like, okay, when is this gonna come into fruition for me? Like, when is this investment that I've put so much time and energy in, when is it gonna actually come to me and give me everything that I need? This is more than just being patient. I'm not gonna lie. This is more than just being patient. This is taking some time to understand, like, when you didn't think something through. So maybe you manifested something and it's like, okay, I don't want this anymore. Maybe you put your energy into something and you're like, you know what? I think the bugs got to this garden a little bit more than I expected them to. I'm not sure if this can keep going on. So you may be devastated at first. You may feel like, you know what, things cannot get worse. And I'm going to let you know right now, they simply can't. Like, it seems like right now, not even that you're super uber duper depressed. It's not that. It's just you're so sick and tired of being sick and tired that you're just not about to keep being hurt. And so Spirit is just like, okay, you just don't get to choose who hurts you. And when people do hurt you, you have to choose how you react to it. So, and you can do that. Like, you can do this. But at the same time, they're just like, when does it start that you're going to start taking care of yourself? Like, when do you start caring about you the way that you care about these folks here? When? I'm going to give you some time to think about that. Next, we are going to move into what guidance Spirit has for you. Why was I trying to find the cards and it was in my bra? Please. Anyway, so we are going to see what Spirit has for you. And it's just so funny. It's so funny that I decided on this deck, and something was like, you're going to need this deck for them, because this deck is all about like healing, and you're going to see how exactly. So we're going to see what guidance Spirit wants to tell you specifically. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Let's see what they're going to do about you. First thing they want you to do is take a step back. And I'm going to read what the card says, but I'm going to read what the cards say, but I'm not going to like, it's not just based off of this. You can't take cards for face value. You have to listen to what Spirit is telling you. Anyway, this is basically saying it says take a step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective that's needed. So again, with this saying you need to take a step back, it's like you need to remove yourself from the situation. Like maybe your love life is not the issue. Like maybe you need to remove yourself from the situation, remove yourself from your love life so that you can realize what the real fucking problem is here, because that's the issue. Like the issue is not, I don't have a love life. The issue is whatever the real problem is. It's the underlying problem. It's not your love life that's the true issue. Now, this card says give, right? But again, and again, like I said, take these for face value. Don't take these for face value. But this says one of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our life improves greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another person today. Now, when they say give, you give when you got it to give. Okay? You give when you have it to give. So if you don't, and I am not saying don't give your last. I'm saying when you don't have the energy to put into anything at all, if you need to learn how to use your discernment and use your intuition to decide if this is something that you should do, or are you putting something into somebody that is not going to be able to replenish you later? Okay. Next, it says, this is the resolution card. So it says, whatever it is that you've been struggling with, it is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions, though, don't always happen in the way that we hope or that we want. But being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. So when this does happen, when this resolution does happen, when you get the resolution that you want to whatever the problem is, remember that that's one step forward. That's just you doing one thing to get better movement in your life. That is not the end all be all. Like, yes, that's a resolution, but it's not the only solution. It doesn't stop there. And I hope that makes sense. They want you to focus on grounding. It says you're being asked to ground yourself because you've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside, plant your feet on the ground, and enjoy the centering feeling that this brings. And this goes directly along with this stepping back. Because it's like when you step back, you'll learn to meditate. You'll learn to ground yourself. You'll learn to do shadow work. You'll learn to meet your higher self, to meet your spirit team, to see what it is that's really fucking going on here. We have the check-in, we have ask for help, and we have ask for connect. What the fuck? I'm sorry, but what the fuck? The fact that this came up with give and ask for help, giving and asking for help, are you joking? Do you see the hands? It's like, give and get, give and get. It's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. I say, period. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is what I'm talking about. This is Spirit basically telling you, again, you have to give, but you also have to learn how to ask for help. You can't just do one or the other. It has to be even. There needs to be balance here. So when they say that, they're also asking you to do more checking in. You need to check in with yourself more. Okay. It says when you think about whatever it is that you're pondering, you need to take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel heavier? Are you excited? Are you filled with dread? But you need to pay attention to your inner guidance. What did we just say about you needing to make sure your intuition and your discernment were in check? That's what you need to do. Okay. Next, we have the connect card. So it says you're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. So this could be very helpful. You putting yourself out there, you asking for help, you putting your energy into other folks when you have it. When you have it. Don't just be giving your energy away all willy-nilly. And no, that's not what we do. Like, we have to be careful about who we give our energy to, because then they'll be able to give it back. Okay. So I know that this reading was a little bit long, But I hope that it helped. I hope that it resonated. I hope that it made sense. If you want a more in-depth reading, or if you have any questions, you can always book a reading in the description with the link below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Other than that, I will see y'all later, and thank you for coming to get your reading today. Bye, Bookies. So little do y'all know, y'all my last group, okay? And I just got done talking for the past 45 minutes, so I'm a little tired, but it's okay. We're gonna get to y'all still. So, hello, my green Florite babies. Today, we are gonna be doing your reading, and if you chose this crystal, that means you may be experiencing a little bit of stress, a little bit of anxiety behind maybe creating something. So I don't know if maybe you're in a relationship and maybe like you're trying to figure out, you may be trying to figure out like a date night, or maybe you're getting ready for Valentine's Day, or this is giving very excited, it's giving very excitable energy. Like, oh my gosh, like what can I do to make this the best day, or make this the best year of my life, or just make this the best relationship that I've had, you know, that sort of thing. So basically, let's go ahead and get into your reading, and let's see what Spirit has to say for the green Florite babies. Alrighty, so these are your cards for your love reading. So the first thing that I'm kind of seeing here is that doesn't matter what your relationship status is. It looks like you went through a bit of a rough patch. Maybe you're in this space where you're just like, you know what, things are so shitty right now. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know how things are feeling. So if you're in a relationship and you're looking at this card, it's just like, you know what, I don't think we're gonna come out of this. If you're in a relationship and I'm looking at this reading, this is just like, I don't know if we're gonna come out of this. I'm tired and I don't know really where to move. I don't know if there's any movement here. I feel stagnant. I think we're about to go through a breakup, and Spirit is just like, whatever you want to happen is gonna happen, love. But the thing is, you have to decide that, because the thing is, all of these things can be flipped, right? All of these things can be flipped upside down by you. So if you want this to change, and if the other person wants this to change, this can be fixed. This does not have to stay where it is. Now, at the same time, Spirit is just like, maybe you guys just need a nice date. Maybe you just need some time with each other. Maybe you just need to really like see each other and just like be together and just like be in each other's energy to really figure that out. But you don't have to make a choice just because of how you feel, because feelings are not always facts. Okay? Now, if you are single and I'm seeing this, is your life shit? I'm so sorry. Like, it's just like, are you okay? Like, it's just like the way that you have been. I'm not gonna lie, if we're just looking at these three, this is for my single babies. If we're just looking at these three, like, are you okay? Like, it feels like everything, there's so much change in your life. There's so much going on. There's like all of these things that are happening to you, and you're just like, where the fuck do I go? Like, I have no control over anything. You may be over drinking, over smoking, over thinking about stuff, and you're just like, I'm never gonna get with nobody. Like, I don't feel like I'm ever gonna find the person that I wanna be with. I'm never gonna be happy the way that I wanna be happy. I'm lacking support, that sort of thing. Like, you have just really solidified yourself and made yourself feel like, you know what, I'm always going to be alone. When Spirit is just like, once again, same thing for you here, babe, you change. You can change this. You can change all of this energy. All of these things that are happening to you, you can change this. Like, it does not have to be like this all the time. Like, it may be like this now, but again, like we just said for the relationship people, feelings are not facts. So just because you feel like you're never gonna find anybody, just because you feel like things are going to complete hell right now, that's not the case. That's simply not the case. So let me get you a little bit more guidance, and then let's get y'all a little bit more guidance, and then we'll keep going. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in a bit so you can really see the cards. So essentially what Spirit is saying is, it's first off, it says that maybe And not even like, oh, somebody, it's not saying that somebody else is in the picture, okay? Again, I take these cards for face value. But what this is saying is that I feel like there is somebody else in the situation, and the person that's ruining this situation is you. The third person is you. The person that's getting in between you and the person that you love is genuinely you. It's like mentally, it's like there's you, and then I'm gonna show you the picture, okay? First, there's you, right? There's you here. And then this person right here is the inner saboteur of you. And then there's the person you really want. Okay. So it's not that this is a physical person trying to take the person you love away from you. It's you. It's you, because you don't even know if you genuinely want to be there. Now, there's a few different things here and they may seem contradictory, but they're not. The first thing says literally let go. You have so much to let go of, and you need to let it go so that you can make more room for loving energy that needs to come out. Okay, for loving energy that needs to come out. Now, it also brings up that you need to have patience. Give it a few more months. Give it a few more months. You need to relax. You're overthinking this. You're overdoing it. And it's just like, again, they're just like, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. This Wheel of Fortune card, the World card, it's all up to how you do this. Because yes, you can leave the situation and that completes the circle. You can stay in the situation and break cycles. It's all up to you. Again, we talked about using your discernment. So you're gonna need to do that. Now, they bring up the caution card because they're like, don't just make these rash decisions. Do what you need to do first before you just jump into, well, I'm about to break up with this person and just leave them, I'm done. Or, you know what, I am never gonna be with anybody else. I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, and settle in that energy. Because once you settle in that energy, it's gonna be real hard to pull yourself out. So you need to make sure that you have more information about what you're deciding is true before you solidify that energy within yourself, okay? I hope that reading helped. If you would like a more personal or in-depth reading for yourself, you can always go ahead and book a personal reading in the description below as well. I hope the reading made sense for you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, babes.